Hey, this is Ralph. Let's keep on working on this database we got going here. This is for a little fishing lodge up in Alaska. I've got a table for customers, and I've got several fields of information. I'd want to keep track of my customers. I've got a table for rooms or cabins, and I've got several fields there where I want to keep track of obviously their room number, and which is their ID. Let me go ahead and rename it while I'm here. I'll change this out to room number. That's my primary key. It's a text. I've got does the room have a view? That's a lookup wizard, so we'll go a little drop down menu for those. You'll see that in just a second. How many does it sleep, and what's its rental rate? And then I've got reservations. This is going to keep track of where we're keeping track of who. This is going to be called my associative entity or junction table. Basically, there is a many-to-many relationship between customers and rooms. One customer could actually end up renting multiple rooms, especially over several seasons. And one room can certainly be checked out or rented by many different customers. It's not like you're going to rent a room out to a customer and as soon as they're done with it, you're going to burn it to the ground. No, you're going to rent it out to somebody else. So since one customer can get many rooms and one room can be gotten by many customers, that's a many-to-many relationship. And I'm going to keep track of the junctions, the associations, using a third table. Now, couple important things. Customer ID and room number on my reservations table are called foreign keys. These fields correspond with the primary keys on the two other tables. So, customer ID is a primary key on my customers table. But on reservations, customer ID is a foreign key. Notice I didn't spell them exactly the same. That's okay. And I have to use the same data type. Although I used an auto number for the data type as the customer ID primary key, the foreign key uses simply a number, because if I did auto number, Access would try to generate new numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want that to happen. They need to correspond. So an auto number primary key leads to a number foreign key. Now for room cabins, my room number was a text data type. So on my reservations, room number is a text data type. They have to match up. If they don't match up, you can't create the relationships correctly. So let's take care of that right now. And this is the sequence I do like to do it, by the way. I like to create the tables, create the fields, then establish the relationships, and then I'll put in the mock data. So I'm going to head over to relationships, and I've got 3 tables that I want to display. So I'm going to double click on each of these. I'm going to display all 3 tables. Now if you need to get that little box back, all you have to do is click on the show table button and you can get them back. And if you accidentally click on one an extra time, now I've got 4, I can just go to the one that's extra and delete it. Just delete on my keyboard. So these are my 3 tables: reservations, customers, rooms, cabins. You know what? I think I didn't save because I notice I'm not getting all my fields. Let me get out of relationships real quick. I'll say no to that. Let me make sure all of these are saved. There's my reservations. In fact, I'll close reservations, rooms, cabins, save. And if I tried to close these and I needed to save, it would prompt me. Close. Yes, I will save changes. It's asking me. Let me do this again. Database tools, relationships. I'll bring in all 3. There we go. That looks a little better, huh? All right, so my reservations table is in the middle, and I actually kind of like it there because it's my associative entity. It's my table that brings together these 2 other tables. Check this out. Customer ID from the customers table to customer ID of the reservations table. This is going to end up being a one-to-many relationship. That's what we want. I'm going to enforce referential integrity, and then I'll click Create. Now, rooms and cabins. Room number on the rooms cabins table, primary key, to room number reservations, foreign key. Click and drag. It's a one-to-many. Enforce referential integrity. Create. Now, that enforce referential integrity means I'm not going to be able to create a reservation for a customer if that customer doesn't exist in the customers table. And I can't give them a room number if the room number doesn't exist in the rooms cabins table. So when you create relationships and enforce referential integrity on your database and Access, This is how it should look. You should have these bold black relationship lines going from one table to the other table, and you should see the little ones and infinity symbols, one to many. One room can have many reservations. One customer can make many reservations. If we didn't have this reservations table, one customer could rent many rooms, and one room could be rented by many customers. So because there's a many-to-many relationship between customers and cabins, then we have to use this junction table here in order to break that up and keep track of the unique combinations. Alright, so now that we've got this relationship established, we can click close. I'll save the relationship. Now I can go back to my individual tables and start to enter in some data. Okay, and I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put in some data for customers, and then I'll put in some data for rooms and cabins, and I'll leave reservations blank for now, and we can work on that one together. So stop here, and in the next video I'll start to put in some mock customer data, and I'll put in some mock room data.